Hey guys and gals, it's Jim here, and pretty much got most of the masking. I left a few areas open so I could show you guys, point out a couple more tips that aren't mentioned in the detailed instructions that Lou includes with his mask set, but are visible on photos and all that kind of stuff, and even on his model and another model that another mask company is doing. So, but anyway, I got this top section already masked off. Everything stays gray except for these here areas. That's what'll get the white. Then once I get that done, I'll take off the masking from around those masks. Leave the first layer of masks, the original mask sets down, and then these go over the top, and then they get the little bit darker color gray, little pattern, the square patterns and stuff that you could see. There's another mask that's like a U shape that goes back in here. That's going to be the same color as the greebles. There's like a some type of like generator. There's like fans in it and stuff like that. But anyway, that's a mask that'll go right behind there and stuff. But this one's already set. Masked up all the way for paint, the next color. This one, after I talked to you guys the other day, showed you with the first side mask laid down, the way I did it with the Scotch tape to keep all these little delicate lines, cut lines in shape and everything, and not get them distorted. I laid down the second one, it lined up perfectly. There's an overlap of them and stuff like that, so you don't have to worry about no kind of tape to cover anything up. They matched up real nice and everything. So this one's ready for paint. Ever since the beginning, when I start working on this, I rolled up some pieces of tape on some cardstock, and I put them in these the openings that are the glue joint and stuff. That way I don't get no paint and everything, and then I can put some liquid glue from the inside and all that. Once I get ready to put it on the pylons and stuff. One thing that's not pointed out in the mask instructions and paint that the paint guide that Lou gives you, on the sides there should be a gray stripe down the center of those. It doesn't go all the way to the edges. And then on the front, the decal that goes on the front of this, the blue decal with all the little black rectangles, that'll wrap around and overlap this front part of the mask. So want to make sure I just use the mask strips that Lou included in the kit and all that, and pretty much eyeballed it, centered it and everything, and that came out pretty good like that. So that's one thing that's not mentioned. I wanted to point that out for you guys. It should be there, that gray stripe, and it'll be all white around the outside of that stripe. So that's all ready for paint. The next thing that's not mentioned in the masking and all that I'm going to point out is it's pretty much, some of this stuff you got to go figure out on your own, go your own route and everything. I've seen I think Luke painted his, where the only thing that was gray is, I call it the ladder pattern on this one. I was going to do it that way, but I noticed in some photos I do screenshots, screen captures and stuff from the actual movie. All this gray here, the framework should be gray. This will be a darker, like a warm gray once I get it all painted. I reshot this with gray because I did originally shoot it all with white. I'm gonna mask off all this gray edging around here. Leave that vent open. That'll be the same color, the white. And get that painted that way. That's up to you what route you want to go. This side, it's just got the two gray stripes on the outer edges and everything, and then of course this blue panel up there. So this center stripe on the top of this pontoon, it should be the same width as the ladder pattern. So what you want to do is assemble those inside the openings, like that. Then you can get your tape run from side to side, So when you pull off this mask, these white panels on here will be the same width as this white panel area up on top of the pontoon section. So that's how I went about doing that. Another thing, this is the first layer masks. Now when these come off the backing paper, they're real close together as far as these and everything. This here gap, this here gap. So you wanna, you wanna spread it out a little bit and basically go by photos or whatever you have. You can go by lose photos as YouTube videos and stuff. So you kind of gotta spread mainly this one, this one, this one, and that one. You gotta push it up a little bit. Well, something that Lou doesn't mention in the mask, and there are no masks included for this, is these two painted areas up here. They should be the same color as what these as what the rest of the hull, the gray hull, is and everything. The aluminum space in between them, I read it should be about 7 millimeters, which is roughly a little over 1/4 of an inch. So it's like between 1/4 of an inch and 9/32. I just went 9/32 wide. It was easy to measure off. Pretty much what I did, I laid a piece of tape across here, the front and the back. I measured the center line, and then I cut another piece of tape and drew a center line down the middle. I used the Tamiya yellow tape because you could see through it pretty much. It's opaque and everything if you get some light, good enough light on it. And then I laid that down across, centered it and everything. And then I had my masking all ready to go to paint those two gray areas and stuff. And they should tie in through this mask here. So when I finish, I got all this, the rest of this all masked off. When I finish masking off the rest of this aluminum area, that'll all get covered up for my next color. And then these two painted almost like rectangle shapes that I did, those will get tied in with this first layer masking and stuff. And then once you got that layer of masking done and you get your next color on, then you got another second set of masks that you put over these masks, and it'll give you like your cross pattern, a little bit darker shade of gray, and it'll overlap some of these and stuff and make it look more like, like it's Aztec and everything like that. So what's going on with that. Pretty much I just wanted to share these couple little things with you guys. As far as the rest of the pontoon bottom area, I got all my front end masked off. Lou does include some masks, some different width strips for masking. I used it up here and everything, and for the rest of it, I just used my own masking tape, my Scotch blue, my Tamiya yellow, and all that. And the bottom here, though, want to point out, there's no raised surface like a lot of this detail. It has panel line grooves around it, so it's easy to cut and measure in place. The only little mark that you got to go by is right in the corners. That's where the corner of the tape should line up, and then as it goes all the way to the back by the end of the fantail where that opening is, you should come to a point like that, right? And pretty much if you got a little bit of a visible seam line left or anything like that, or just put a little center mark on it, it should come into a real fine, real long point like that. So, and then there's a decal, a pendant decal that goes on there. That's that'll lay over the top of the white. So, but yeah, it's pretty easy, a little bit playing around with this here area and stuff like that. But other than that, the mask set's pretty easy to use. Pretty much what I use for my gray is just a mix. I used 2 parts Tamiya flat sky gray and 1 part Tamiya flat white, and that's my gray that I came up with and stuff. So and once I get everything, all the masks removed for final, I'll give everything some light overspray coats of white, blend everything in, tone everything down, and it'll look a lot more subdued and stuff, not really pronounced, vivid lines between the two, the different colors and stuff. So, but yeah, I just wanted to point these couple last things out. Pretty much I'll pretty much finish this area up here, and I'll be set to start doing some paint work. We're finally going to have some decent weather this week, a lot cooler. Not as high heat indexes, up around 100 every day like we've been having. It'll be more like around 80 degrees, less humid. Yesterday and today we got some nasty thunderstorms. They're going on all morning out here where I live in Illinois, and I'm going to be running out in a few minutes after I do this video to do some errands and stuff. And I'm just curious to see. We got a little river that runs through our town. They call it a river. I call it a creek. I mean, you can walk across it. It's probably only about 30, 40 feet across, and I don't think it's more than maybe about 5 foot, 6 foot deep in some areas. Most areas it's a lot shallower, but people do go kayaking in it and stuff like that, and they do have some good fishing in there as far as smallmouth, and evidently guys claim to catch some nice northern and stuff in it. But when we get some pretty good rains and stuff, it does flow over the banks, and everything probably rises up about 4, 5, 6 feet, and it gets several hundred feet into the farm fields around the surrounding areas and stuff like that. So anxious to see if that's flooded over today. I mean, we've been getting some heavy downpours, a couple inches an hour, like they've been getting in Kentucky and places like that and stuff. So that went on all morning yesterday, most of the day yesterday, again yesterday evening, and pretty much from about 6 o'clock this morning on, it's been doing the same thing, just heavy downpours, constant. So it finally let up a little while ago, so it brightened up a little bit so I could do this video and all. But that's what we got going on. So that's this. Like I said, this once I start painting, this will be the last video for a few days, probably till I get the first base coat. Maybe after I do all the different layers of masks and everything, I'll come back with everything before I give it the misting over of the white to blend everything in. After that, it's going to be getting onto the lighting and assembly, and pretty much it'll be done then. So anyway, thought I'd share this stuff. Hopefully these videos are helpful to some of you people out there and everything, whether you're a beginner or advanced modeler and all that. And yeah, the mask set is definitely needed, especially for areas like this, because there's no kind of panel line detail to go by to lay things out and mask it on your own. The top of the main body and stuff like that, with all that masking pattern, there's nothing really to go by, eyeball it and stuff, doing your own masking like that. So the mask set is going to be nice. Maybe someday Round 2 will come out with a set of decals like they did for their little 1,000 scale one, but I don't think that they made any mention of that and stuff. I think they've been asked that question. They didn't give any kind of positive answer for it. So anyway, till the next time, thanks for subscribing. Thanks to all my new subscribers. Thanks for hitting the like button. Thanks for all the great comments you guys have been leaving me. Got any questions, feel free to get a hold of me with my email if you want. I leave it at in the descriptions on all my videos and stuff like that. Everybody stay safe out there. Have a good day. Have a good rest of the weekend. We'll talk to you soon, probably in a few days, with another update after I get all my paint work done and stuff like that. So everybody take care. Have a good one. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.